a person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's JayZ. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
Beyoncé and JayZ will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
JayZ just had a secret meeting with the FBI. That JayZ, billionaire, rap god, cultural icon. According to insider leaks, this wasn't some routine conversation. This was deep, confidential, potentially career-ending. And the craziest part? It allegedly involved Diddy, explosive allegations, and a betrayal so big it reportedly blindsided Beyoncé herself. We're talking sealed files, blackmail, even talk of murder. This isn't just some messy celebrity drama. It might be the beginning of the biggest takedown in music industry history, and it all starts with one secret meeting. The secret meeting exposed. Nobody saw it coming. Sources close to federal investigators claim JayZ sat down with the FBI behind closed doors. No public statements, no leaks to the press, until now. The meeting, allegedly tied to a growing investigation, targeting Sean Diddy Combs. But what makes this explosive is what JayZ is rumored to have shared. Intel that could connect Diddy to a long list of criminal activities spanning decades. And here's where it gets even messier. Insiders say, Beyoncé had no idea this meeting even happened. People in her inner circle are calling it a blindside. Some say she found out the same way we did, through whispers in the industry. Why would JayZ keep it a secret from the one person closest to him? Was it to protect her? Or protect himself? The fallout? Already starting to show. But this was just the beginning. Because while the public saw billionaires laughing over brunch, behind the scenes the game was already shifting. Cracks in the Carter marriage. Publicly, they're flawless. Privately, not so much. Rumors that JayZ and Beyoncé have been living separate lives have quietly circled for years. Since 2018, some insiders claim the couple's relationship has been more business than romance. Separate bedrooms, barely speaking at home, united in public, but distant behind closed doors. Fans caught on. The body language, the forced smiles, the lack of chemistry in certain appearances. But then came the music. In 2016, Beyoncé dropped Lemonade, an emotional explosion of betrayal and heartbreak. The infamous line, "Becky with the good hair?" That wasn't fiction. JayZ followed up with 444, his own public apology album. He admitted to cheating, to almost losing everything, to trying to fix a relationship he'd nearly destroyed. Together, the albums told a story of survival, of therapy, of two superstars fighting to rebuild what fame nearly tore apart. But now, with secret meetings, legal drama, and betrayal whispers surfacing again, it's hard not to wonder, did they ever really fix it, or has the Carter Empire just been one flawless illusion? Kathy White and the unaliving allegation. This is where things get dark. Kathy White, fitness expert, publicist, JayZ's alleged side piece. In 2006, she was found dead at just 28 years old. The official story? Heart failure. But insiders weren't buying it. Kathy was reportedly pregnant. And according to a journalist, she was planning to sell her story, details about her secret relationship with JayZ, to the tabloids, then suddenly, gone. Now here's the twist. Diddy allegedly has evidence linking JayZ to her death, and he's reportedly using it as leverage, a bargaining chip, maybe even revenge. Because Diddy's facing serious federal heat, and if he's going down, he might be dragging others with him, even wilder. Jaguar Wright, known for calling out music industry corruption, hinted that Beyoncé might not be innocent either. She claims both Jay and Bey were involved, but suggests one of them might have cleaned up the mess to protect the other. She's not naming names, but she's dropping bombs. And with Diddy allegedly turning on his former allies, this story's no longer just about cheating or business deals. This is life or death level scandal. Marriage or merger? Was it ever really love? Or just a power move? Behind the fairy tale is a rumor that's been floating around for years. JayZ didn't fall for Beyoncé. He targeted her. Insiders say his pursuit wasn't romantic. It was strategic. Beyoncé was young, talented, and rising fast. Pairing up. With her meant fusing two brands into one unstoppable empire. And it worked. From on-the-run tours to title and billion-dollar deals, the Carters became the most powerful couple in music. But not everyone bought the love story. Beyoncé's own uncle once claimed she wasn't even interested in JayZ at first, that she only gave in later, after years of pressure and persuasion. Now, their combined net worth is astronomical. Their image, flawless. But behind the scenes, whispers say it's more contractual partnership than romantic union. Fans are asking, is this still a marriage or just a merger? Because if everything's built on branding, and that foundation starts to crack, what's left when the cameras stop rolling? JayZ's shady past. Before the billion-dollar boardrooms, JayZ had a rap sheet. And now, some of that past is coming back to haunt him. Let's rewind to 1999, a release party. Q-Tip's album, Kit Kat Club in NYC. JayZ was accused of stabbing record exec Lance Rivera over album bootlegging. He pled guilty to third-degree assault. Got 3 years probation. But in 2023, Rivera flipped the story, claimed JayZ didn't stab him at all. So why take the fall? That's just one piece. There's more. His ties to controversial figures like Foxy Brown and R. Kelly have raised eyebrows. Not for the collabs, but for what he may have ignored behind the scenes. And now, a civil lawsuit filed by a woman identified as Jane Doe claims that JayZ and Diddy drugged and assaulted her at just 13 years old at a party following the MTV Music Awards in 2000. Let that sink in. JayZ's legal team calls it blackmail. They fought hard to get the case dismissed. They've even tried to force the accuser to reveal her identity. The judge called Jay's lawyers combative, even chastised them for inflammatory language. The accusations are ugly, but here's what's worse. If even a fraction of it holds weight, the empire isn't just cracking, it's rotting from the inside. Diddy as a snitch? Diddy's been untouchable for decades. But now? He might be the one pulling others down with him. Facing mounting legal pressure, including federal sex trafficking charges, Diddy is rumored to be cooperating with investigators. Translation? He's flipping. And guess who's allegedly in his crosshairs? JayZ insiders claim Diddy's already handed over sensitive info. Blackmail-level material, including footage from wild, high-profile parties where some of the biggest names in the industry were caught doing things they'd never want the public to see. Homeland Security raids on Diddy's properties allegedly turned up hard drives, videos, names, and some say he intentionally leaked files on JayZ and Beyoncé as revenge for their silence when the walls started closing in. His former bodyguard dropped another bomb, an audio clip featuring Diddy and Meek Mill, hinting at even darker secrets. And now, even artists like Jaguar Wright are backing the claims, saying she has multiple victims ready to testify against JayZ and Beyoncé. This isn't petty beef. This is survival. Because if Diddy's going down, he's not going alone. Beyoncé's silence, strategic or stunned. While the world spirals around JayZ, Beyoncé stays silent. No statements, no denials, no subtle Instagram shade, just silence. But that silence, it's loud. Insiders say she had no clue about JayZ's secret. FBI meeting, no warning, no heads up. And for someone who built an entire brand on control, perfection, and unshakable power, this hit different. Some are calling it the ultimate betrayal. Not just personal, but professional. Because Beyoncé isn't just a singer. She's a global brand. Every move is calculated, every moment curated. And now, her empire is tied to a scandal she allegedly had nothing to do with. Let's not forget the elevator incident in 2014. Solange going off on Jay, allegedly over Rachel Roy. That wasn't a random meltdown. That was a warning sign. Now multiply. That tension by federal charges, secret deals, and possible criminal exposure. If JayZ goes down, or even gets dragged too deep, Beyoncé has a choice to make. Protect the brand, or protect the man. Because if the rumors keep stacking, staying silent won't be an option for long. Rising theories and the Aaliyah connection. This is where things leave the tabloids and enter conspiracy territory. Because suddenly, old names are being dragged into the mess. Aaliyah, Left Eye, even. Michael Jackson, and the common thread? They all died on the 25th, coincidence, or something more calculated? Some online theorists and even a few industry insiders are whispering that Aaliyah's death wasn't just a tragedy. It was a move. Aaliyah was rising fast. too fast. And the theory goes, JayZ and Beyoncé saw her as a threat, a real threat to Beyoncé's crown. Then there's Left Eye, another 25th, another accident. Add Michael Jackson to that list, and suddenly people are connecting dots that were never meant to meet. The idea that there's an elite protected circle in the music industry, a network that controls who rises, who falls, and who gets erased. And at the center of it all, JayZ, Beyoncé, Diddy. Maybe it's wild, maybe it's just internet noise, but the timing, the secrecy, the sudden deaths, because at this point, what isn't on the table anymore? The collapse, or the comeback. It's enough to make even the skeptics pause. So here we are. JayZ, secret FBI meetings, Diddy, facing federal charges, Beyoncé, caught in the crossfire. What started as whispers has exploded into a full-blown reckoning, one that could shake the foundation of the entire music industry. Because if JayZ is cooperating and Diddy is snitching and the tapes are real, this isn't just scandal. This is systemic exposure. Careers on the line. Reputations crumbling. And Beyoncé, the face of perfection, may be forced to make the biggest decision of her life. Stand by her husband or protect the throne.